Well, good morning, folks. This is Granny with Granny and Grumpy's Homestead. And I have a neighbor who I regard very highly, who has one of the most beautifulest, largest mimosa trees I have ever seen. And I wanted to take a short video of it so that you could see it because it's so gorgeous. And I know she doesn't mind me taking this. Here it is. Isn't that beautiful? It's so big and stately, and it's just full of blooms. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, I'm on my way. I'm on my way back home from taking trash to the dump to pick collards and to pick broccoli leaves. I'm wanting to get all the broccoli leaves off the broccoli plants and any little broccolis that it's got so that Bob can go ahead and pull up those stems if he would like to whenever he gets ready to do that. Well, folks, I'm back in the garden, and this morning we are going to be picking, as I said a little earlier, broccoli leaves and little broccolis, and then I'm going to pick also collards. But believe it or not, I think we have a ton more squash. And I think we've got a whole nother bucket full of chard. And I just picked the chard a couple days ago. But what God gives us, we have to keep picking, you know, because you want it to produce as much as it can so that others can have. So let's get at it. I'm already tired. Whew. I think when I looked on the phone to see what the was in my pocket, what the temperature was, it was already 80 degrees. That was a while ago, so it's going to get up to 90 today. That's why I was trying to get out here as early as I could get out here, because it's pretty hot. So thankfully everywhere I'm working right at the moment is in shade. Now I do have one row of collards that's not in the shade. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants that are not in the shade. Man, I can't stand these bugs. I need to get some Skin So Soft to put on, so that I think I have some in the house. It repels insects, and it's not like using off or something like that. There's some kind of bug right around my ear that I keep hearing going blah, 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 blah. Whew. Gardening and farming is not easy work, and you have to do it even when it's not good weather, or it is good weather. You gotta got to keep going. So when it's really, really raining, we don't mess with it. But when it's extremely hot, we have to keep going. It doesn't matter. We just have to get out here earlier so it's not quite as hot. And of course, we got several hours till it gets to be noon. And it's still burning up. But surprisingly, there's not much of a breeze out this morning, which is surprising to me. I mean, there's a little tiny one. I can see evidence in the pecan trees. We have 2 pecan trees, but we never seem to be able to get any pecans off of them because the squirrels get them before we do. So we're not sure how to take care of that problem. But because of all the glyphosating that goes over into the field that's behind us, we really haven't tried a whole lot to get it so we can eat them, because we know that we've got a lot of mosquitoes out here. And Bob's just being plagued down at the shop, something terrible. We have a bug machine, you know, that you hang, and it's electric. I told him a while ago he should go up there to the house and get it, because we don't even use it at the house, because it didn't take care of why we got it for. You know, what the reason was, because we have so many flies at our back door. And they just come in and just take over in the house. And so I told him he should go get it, hang it by a chain around near what the height of his body space is, so that they'll stay away from him and leave him alone. But he was itching terrible when I went by to see him before I came to do the garden. So anyway, it's part of the work, I reckon. So I hope y'all enjoyed watching. Those of you who did watch, I can't shorten. I wanted to make shorts out of both of the ones I uploaded yesterday evening, but they're already so short, it's hard to figure out how to make them any shorter and not miss a lot that's going on in it. I tell you what, there is so much squash out there. It's just amazing to me. Oh. Maybe I should try to get a bee, you know, hat. And that way they can't get around my face. That's what bothers me. If they're around my body, I don't really notice it so much. It's my face that bothers me, and my ears. Oh, we've got beautiful little white butterflies all over the garden. Let me see if I can catch them so you can see that we have gotten out of the garden. Is just truly amazing. You would not think that a garden would hold that much squash. See, in the past, we've had such terrible times with squash borers trying to kill them out, and not here, but other places where we've had gardens. While I was in, this has been years ago, but this was 2014, I was in Albemarle, and I was a Bible worker, and the house that I had rented to live in, it was way out in the country, and it had a huge area in the backyard where you could have a garden. So we got permission from the landlord to make a beautiful garden, and it was probably close to the size of this one. And I remember going out in the mornings when it was real early and picking all that I could pick before I would go to work for the day. And squash, we wanted the squash so much. We had several different kinds. We had patty pan, and we had yellow squash. We had zucchini squash. We had another squash, but I don't remember what the name was. And we had tons of squash, and I would take it to the people who I had Bible studies with. And so, but they didn't last long. We had them for a couple weeks, and the squash borers just came in and took over on everything. But this time we've had squash consistently now for several weeks, and it just keeps coming. It's not, you know, we have had a couple squash borers, but not many. The thing that was the worst was the cutworms. I need to get back out there and keep picking all those broccoli leaves, and there's lots of them. So. I won't be talking for the rest of this. Goodness, I'm so hot. So I've quit on the broccoli because it's so intense. There's just so much of it. And the little broccolis have turned into great big broccolis now. So I've got to have something bigger to cut the stems so that I can get the broccoli off of it. And then I've got one head of broccoli that turned into nothing but flowers. And when I pick that, I'll let you see it. I think I have something in the greenhouse maybe I can pick the bigger broccolis with. I'm not sure. I don't know if it'll go around the stem or not, but it's a device kind of like scissors, but much bigger than what I'm using just to cut leaves. And then when I was picking the collards, I noticed that there is a lot of red beets that are really big. Bob and I were watching another, this was a cooking class thing on YouTube. I don't know what the name of it was. He's the one who found it. And I cook carrots when I take our carrots out of the ground, or I buy carrots, either one. I cut them up, in little rounds. I cut them up like that, unless I'm gonna make Chinese or something like that, and then I make it into cubes. I gotta get these off. They're burning my hands up. Because I cook carrots so much, I don't like them boiled because it takes so much of the nutrition away because it gets in the water. So I decided to try something new. This has been months and months ago. I decided to try something new, and it works. And when I cut the carrots up, I put them in I have a small Dutch oven and a big Dutch oven that was given to me for my birthday, the big one. I've had the small Dutch oven for several years, but I got the larger one for my birthday this past year. Dutch oven, what I do is I put the carrots in the Dutch oven, put the lid on it, and then I put it in the oven. And I put butter in it, clumps of butter all over it. And then I put whatever seasoning I want in it. And I just bake them. And I don't add water. I just bake them. after I've washed them, you know, I just let the water that was on them, you know, be their water. And I put them in the oven and at 350, and I bake them for about an hour. And I'm going to tell you something. When I take those to church potluck, I don't ever come home with, maybe one time I came home with, when I got home I measured it out, it was just a Corningware cereal bowl full. That was all that was left. So, people love them. They taste really good, and I love them because I'm a carrot eater. I don't particularly care for raw carrots. Now, I'll eat them if they're those little baby petites, but I don't really like them any other way. And I don't like cutting them up and eating them raw. It's just the way I am. But this lady that Bob was, or Grumpy was watching, when you've called somebody for 48 years Bob, it's hard to say Grumpy all the time. But Grumpy found this, and it was a lady who, she was European. Now, we're not really sure where. We don't know if she was from Russia or where, but she made beets 3 different ways, and she was showing, and many of y'all might have already seen it. She was showing how they looked after she got through cooking them, what their color was, and then she tasted each one of them, and she told you what they tasted like. And the one that she liked the best was she put them in the Dutch oven, like what we're talking about, and put them in the oven at 425, I think it was, for an hour. And, or it might have been 45 minutes, but anyway, she put it out at much higher temp. And when she did that, and she took them out, she didn't take the skins off of them, and she just washed them real good and put them in there. And when she brought it out of the oven, you could peel real easily with your hands, or a fork. You could peel the skin right off of it, and it was extremely dark looking, just like beets should look. But when she had done them the other 2 ways, she steamed them one and she boiled them another, I think it was, and both of them looked washed out. They weren't the right color of a beet, and she said they didn't taste very good. But when she did the one baked in the I'm being bothered so bad I can't think. When she took the Dutch oven out and removed them and tasted them, she said they were absolutely magnificent, very sweet, very, very much like a beet should taste. So we're going to try that. I just picked 5 big beets out of the garden, and we're going to try that and see how it works for us. Because Bob he went all over it. He says, man, we got to try it because he loves beets. And my daughter-in-law, who I call Ruth, her name's really Olga. Well, it's actually Holva, because she's from Belarus. Holva, she makes a lot of borscht, and we are fixing to go to the beach. They're coming to visit. I've told y'all that already, but they're coming to visit around the 17th to the 26th. And so we're going to the beach for a couple days when they first get here. And we're really looking forward to it, all of us. The grandkids were talking to me yesterday evening about going fishing. Especially our grandson, Ralphie. He's all about fishing. He absolutely loves fishing. He's 7 years old, and he knows how to do everything to the rod and the reel and how to change this, that, and the other on it. And he loves fishing. They have a pond that has fish in it, and he goes out in the boat or either from the shore, and he's constantly catching fish over there practicing. But we're going to take some fishing poles with us when we go, and we're going to let the grandkids have some fun with Grumpy, because Grumpy loves to fish, and those 3 grandkids really like fishing. We're hoping Robbie's oldest son will come with us too. Of course, Mia can't go, but Ayana will be with us, because one of the reasons why Olga and Robbie are coming, it's not the only reason, but one of the biggest reasons they're coming is to help Mia out with Ayana some as she's approaching her due date. And then when she has the baby, they're hoping that she has it, right around the date that it's supposed to be, so they can be here for his birth and get to meet him before they have to leave to go back. And so we'll see, because only God knows when a baby should be born, right? And Mia is awfully tired of being pregnant. she's not going to have any more children after this, and which is actually, in the world we live in today, it takes a lot of bravery to have any children now, because this world is very wicked and evil. So, well, about cooled down enough, I think, to get back at it. So let's get back out there. Look at these beets. They're so big. And here's the tip of my cane, so you'll have some kind of perspective. I'm gonna be a big puddle in a minute. Oh. I was gonna wear my hair down this morning because I feel more comfortable with it down, as far as, like, I'm so used to wearing it down my whole life, So, but when I took a look at what the temp was going to be today, I said, oh no, we won't. So I threw that little wiglet thing on because it's just too hot to leave down. I mean, it's hot, period, but I ain't gonna shave my head. It's just like somebody's made a comment several times about, why don't you just wear shorts because it's got to be hot there. Now, that's my words. I'm paraphrasing what they said. But here's the thing is, it's actually cooler to wear a dress, because when the breeze comes, everything underneath, it comes up all underneath. And so it cools you down a lot more. Plus, I don't like to wear pants. I'm a girl. I am a lady. I don't prefer to wear pants. Now, nothing against anybody who chooses to do that, but that's my take for me. And I just enjoy wearing dresses. I like being a girly girl. And it's the strangest thing, because all of my grandchildren, my grandgirls, they enjoy being girly girls too. And my great-grandchild, as you saw yesterday, she was wearing, what looked more frilly, even though it was like a pant thing. It was more frilly and stuff. Wow, it's really hot out here. Because I'm using my phone to be my camera today. I can't look to see how hot it's gotten already, but it's supposed to be to 90 degrees today. 90. That's hot. Let me turn this around so you can see what we've gathered as far as the collards and the greens. Now, I have not gotten to, see, six collard plants. I haven't got to them yet. And I have some broccoli growing that I didn't even realize he had planted. They're just starting to come up to be like full heads of broccoli now. So I've got broccoli coming out everywhere. So here is the 3 buckets that I've got that are full of collards and broccoli. Broccoli leaves and broccoli. I think I might stop. I really have half a plant that I didn't quite get finished, the ones that I was doing. But honest to goodness, I'm tired now, and really hot. But I still got to go look down that, I've got to go look down and see what, let's go ahead. I'll take you with me. See what kind of squash we've got, because I'm pretty sure I brought a bag out to put that in. Pretty sure we got a lot of broccoli, not broccoli, but squash out there. A lot of squash. Anyway, give me a minute to get up out of this chair. I'm so tired, and I also have to stop at the car. So let's take a look real quick at our row in the weed-free garden. Let you see all the plants as they have grown so far. They've gotten pretty big. Now we can stick our camera over here so you can watch as I pick squash. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch. Now I have to tell you folks, squash makes me itch terribly. So let's hope I don't get really itchy here. And I'm hoping you can see it. Let's see, I'm not really sure. Well, maybe you can see like that. Y'all, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't picked it myself. I've got 8 big squash in here, and they're heavy. So it's probably at least 6 or 7 pounds worth. At least that's what it feels like to me. So I hope y'all, it's hot out here. I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day today. Thank you for being with me today and watching me pick this garden. And just remember, keep picking, because the more you give away, the more the Lord's going to bless you. So have a blessed day. And remember, we love you. But more importantly, Jesus loves you. He cares deeply about you. And He wants you with Him for eternity. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be so hot. Bye-bye.